Hello, everyone. I know it's hard to contend with food and drinks, so thank you for being here. I want to talk to you today about Surface in education. How many of you guys work in education? Awesome. Now, I think it would be a little bit strange for me to come here and tell you that education is important. You already probably know that. But education is very interesting for me. Like when I first started in commercial, I didn't expect the impact of a device on a student and the learning process. And the more schools I visited, the more learnings I got. And honestly, the more inspired I got by how much we can do to help people learn and grow. Personally, I believe that the way you learn early in your life forms how you approach life. If you learn to experiment a lot, you grow up to be that person that just like to experiment with stuff. If you learn to follow the script, then you're always following the script. I think education is a very formative experience. And I think the kids that we see in these videos continue to prove it. Modern education seems to have four different elements that are almost repeated in every school that I visit and every school that I see trying to move ahead with a different environment. One-to-one devices, cloud and mobility, and personalized learning. And some schools would throw in mixed reality. Now, the most important element in education is, what do you guys think the most important element in education? The teacher. The teacher is definitely the most important element in the education. The second most important element is the environment and the tools. So this is where a Surface device come in at every stage and every role in the school to empower everybody to do a better job. Whether you're an administrative staff that prefers a laptop because you don't do a lot of inking, a teacher that would prefer a book or a Surface Pro because you do inking, or a student that would probably want a lower cost device where the Surface Go would fit in. And in some applications like specialized labs, you'd see studios being used, and some locations you'll find Surface hubs. Now, we went ahead and we tried to understand what do the teachers like about the device. And we found out that Windows Hello, which for interesting reasons is only used for teachers and it's not used for students, helps them get into their device very quickly. They love the inking, they love the display, they love the ability to touch the content, but they also enjoy the ability to mirrorcast to different displays in the classroom. When we go to students, we find that they are valuing more or less the same things, but they are also valuing things that are important to them, like being lightweight, being able to carry that thing in your backpack with all the books that you have, and not have a backache because of that Surface device. Now, at this point, we talked about the teacher and we talked about the student. What is missing? The environment. The learning environment, when you throw in a device, is completely controlled by a third person. I suspect this is probably your role in your organization. The IT. The IT controls what experience students get with the device, and they control how teachers are able to use the device effectively. And with Surface, what we see is we see the trends toward modern deployment, modern manageability, and security using seamless updates, BitLocker, and the ability to use firmware controls to control access to peripherals. On the deployment front, using autopilot to deploy large number of devices with minimal effort, not having to do imaging, helps a lot of different customers move devices very quickly and are able to start a school year with minimal effort. Controlling the firmware, which is a feature that we just announced, is moving to Intune, in Ignite this year allows you to deal with the USB ports. And I cannot tell you how many times I heard stories about students using the USB ports to put their own images on school devices. And it was a lot of fascinating stories, good learning opportunities, probably not the learning opportunities you're looking for. And the ability to customize and throw in the applications using the cloud that helps you get up and running very quickly. Now, one of the other things that we look to help the IT with is diagnostics. We understand how hard it is for a school to actually go and support a bunch of students that are having problems. And the Surface Diagnostics Toolkit for Business comes in super handy because it collects all the different logs from the machine, and it has an automatic analysis engine that will analyze the different errors and will give you recommendations for where the problem can be. It is also a great gateway to go from a problem to a Microsoft support where they're able to look at the data right away and able to help you get back up and running as fast as possible. Now, you heard it from me. I want you to hear it from Edgar. Edgar, can you join me to stage? So, Edgar, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. My name is Edgar Isaguirre, Tucson Unified School District. So we are a school district, K-12 in Southern California, on the West Coast. Also, coincidentally, it is also called Orange County. We have 24,000 students, 2,500 staff members, over 30 school sites.
Edgar, you were telling me a super interesting story about your experience with Surface Pro 6 and the number of devices you deployed and the time it took you to do it. Do you want to tell us more about that?
Absolutely. So in our school district, we run a fairly big one-to-one program, 20,000 devices collectively, 8,500 Surface Pros, which we just rolled out this school year.
8,500.
8,500.
Like 8,500.
Correct.
And how long did it take you to deploy them?
Took us 3 days to deploy 8,500 devices.
How many benches did you use? How many USB keys? How many people?
0.
0?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Well, benches. Definitely a whole lot of people and a whole lot of support. So in that retrospect, nothing has changed.
Okay.
What really has changed is the way we set these up, right? So I like to call it the assembly line method, right? I mean, you're used to getting a whole lot of devices and you set them up in an assembly line and, hey, let's unbox them, tag them, get them ready to image. That's no longer a thing for us, especially now with Surface. And you saw the slide, it's the first OEM to support autopilot. So for us, when we saw that right away, we said, hey, let's make a decision. We have this opportunity to move forward. Let's do it the modern way.
So you moved to Azure Active Directory, you registered the devices, applied profiles, and handed it to students?
Exactly. So we worked with our partner, got everything set up. Really, the hardest part is getting the stuff delivered to those school sites. Once they're there, we, as IT, do not touch them until we're ready to hand them out. So they literally come right out of the box, power them up, and we go through that experience with a student or staff member, enrolling them in autopilot. Everything sticks down, all the policies, any customizations, security. DFCI is also huge for us, so all of that gets automatically applied. We do that during the registration period. That student is in and out within 10 minutes with their brand new device and ready to start the school year.
Wow, that's awesome. Do you want to tell me what's next for you guys? Like, what are you guys looking at next?
Absolutely. So we want to keep this momentum going. We do have a new school coming out next year called Legacy Management Academy, which is going to focus on technology, innovation, design, and entrepreneurship. We really think Surface is going to be a great fit with that. So right now we're just kind of evaluating a whole lot of devices. Definitely looking at Pro 7 and as well as the Pro X, and definitely continuing with that modern management. A lot of the autopilot stuff, a lot of the updates that was announced today, actually. Eager to get that going, eager to use White Glove and make it even faster.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, folks, you've heard it from me. You've heard it from Edgar. I think it's true. My goal today was to actually start you thinking about it. It was a very light session. I would encourage you to take that as a start of a conversation. please go and continue the conversation with all the resources that are available. And let me know if you have any questions. And I think I will concede to the free booze and food. Thank you.